Smashley. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time. And if it's your first time, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Well, it is December and I'm super excited because I'm gonna be spending this entire week decorating my home, and I cannot wait to turn it into this cozy, festive, Nordic wonderland. And tonight we're gonna be starting by doing our tree. And before we do so, I'm going to show you guys how I make 6 different DIY ornaments. To go along with our Nordic theme, I really wanted to make some sort of ornament that was incorporating some version of yarn. I feel like I'm going to end up doing some yarn trees, and I wanted to have some symmetry between the tree and some of the other decor in our house. So I just went in my stash, and I have like this random, it's like a cream color and then almost like a charcoal stripe in the middle of it. But I thought it would be really cool to wrap these clear plastic ornaments in. You guys saw me pick this up in the last video. If you haven't seen it, I'll go ahead and link it for you above. But I grabbed this pack of 8 clear plastic ornaments from Hobby Lobby. They were 50% off, so I think I literally only paid like $4 for them. So about $1 a piece. I will also mention you can probably also find the clear ornaments at the Dollar Tree as well. When I went to my store, unfortunately they didn't have any, so Hobby Lobby was my godsend. But if you guys have a Dollar Tree by you and you want to check for the clear ornaments, they probably will have them as well. As I mentioned, these come in a pack of 8. I'm going to be splitting that down the middle. I'm going to make 2 different types of ornaments using the clear ones. So we'll start with the first set of 4, and here's kind of like what they all look like. And we're just gonna go to town. I have my hot glue gun, and that's getting all heated up. That's what we're gonna be using to attach the yarn. I'm just gonna be starting from the top part of the ornament. So I'm gonna lay down my little base layer of glue. I'm gonna start off with the tiniest dab because it's gonna be the top of the ornament. I don't want any of like the glue to come out or show. And I'm gonna just keep wrapping it all the way around. I'm going to keep each of the sections very close to one another so that there's no apparent gaps. Alright, next up we are all set up for ornament number 2, and we're going to be making these wooden bells. So I got a pack of 5 of them. I'll show you guys. This is that new Crafters Square brand that the Dollar Tree's carrying. But essentially 5 of them came in here. They're listed as little color your own DIY ornaments. I'm actually not gonna color them at all because I think they look beautiful natural, and this totally goes with my theme. So I just cracked out my, or cracked open I should say. I just cracked open my wooden bead collection. I'm gonna grab a couple from here. We're gonna go for patterns similar to this with our little prototype. I think this is so cute. Take ours out of the package. They do come with these little baby pieces of twine kind of already tied up. I'm not going to use them for this project. I just have some of my own from my own stash. So the first thing I want to do is we're going to loop through some of the twine. And you want to leave enough slack to add the bead, but also to tie a knot and make a loop so that we have something to hang the ornament on with the tree. And I'd say this is about right. Maybe even a little longer. Actually, no, that's about right. Okay. So I'm going to just cut this strip. And then to be even, I'm going to cut a few others like it. So twine is through the hole. I'm just gonna take the tiniest bit of tape, and you guys know that I like to add just a little bit of tape right up here to keep both of the edges tapered. That way feeding them through the wooden beads itself is a lot easier and they won't snag. Like that. Okay. So I chose to go with the larger asymmetrical bead. These are all still from that same pack that I got from Joanne Fabrics. I think you guys seen me use in one of my Thanksgiving Day videos. I'll link it for you guys above just in case you haven't seen it. But it came with, I don't know, I think it said like 400 of these beads or something. And I found this container also at the Dollar Tree, and it just helped me organize the beads that I had left. So I thought that was super cool. And it also helps too, the bag itself is just completely mixed, so now I can actually pick from the different sizes that I need much easier. All right, and seriously, it's that easy. I just added on 1 little or 2 little of the wooden beads, and they are actually the same like natural wood finish. And I think this looks so beautiful. The last step is to just remove the tape, and you're gonna just tie a little knot, double knot at the top. Moving on to ornament number 3, you guys will notice that I still have the wooden beads out, and that's because this next ornament is gonna be one that I saw on Pinterest. I'll insert a photo for you guys just so you can look. And they were just so beautiful, so simple, and I have all the materials to make them, so we're gonna take a stab at it. The very first thing that I wanna do is, I think, cut the string for them. I'm gonna be making 4 of these. And just tie a little double knot down there. The wooden beads are gonna sit on top of this. I just wanna make sure the pattern stays in place. So we got a little double knot situation going on there. And then I wanna leave enough to string through the beads, but to also create a loop at the top. Okay. And the way that we're gonna string these through are, I think I'm gonna do 2 small. We'll go for 1 medium, 1 large, and then we'll repeat the pattern up to the top. So 1 more medium and 2 more small. Okay, so that's essentially how the ornament itself will look. Next thing I'm going to do is, so we tied the knot at the bottom. I'm also going to tie a knot, double knot at the top, making sure that the beads stay in place. Okay, and this time when I go to knot it, I'm going to kind of pull the tail through and try and make that loop. There we go, and we'll just cut off the bottom piece we don't need anymore. And then this top piece we don't need anymore. And you are just left with your ornament. Moving on to number 4, and yes, I have added some tassels. I'm keeping with the wooden bead theme, and I just had another idea for a really cute ornament that I wanted to make using these. I've made these off camera. You guys have seen me make tassels a million times. These are just little mini guys we made, and I have the string super long because we're gonna be stringing the wooden beads through this piece, and again, we'll need slack at the top so that we can hang it on our tree. So I'm gonna move these to the side. And the pattern I want to do with this one is going to be like one of these medium-sized beads. So see how cute it's like sitting right on top of the tassel. I think I'm going to do a larger one, like one of these guys. I still don't know what to call these beads. I should probably look into that. Okay, another large. And topping it off with a medium. So here is what I'm thinking ornament wise. So again, I'm just going to tie a little knot at the top. Cool. And then probably just cut that piece right off. We'll make a little knot. Okay, we'll cut off these little tails. And there we have it. We'll continue for this one. I'm going to be making 4 of these as well. All right, for ornament number 5, I thought it would be really cute if we kept the ornament clear, and I feel like this is gonna be a friggin' mess, you guys, but I just have to try in case it comes out beautiful and I love it and I need it. And so what I wanna do, hear me out. What I want to do is remove the tops. I want to add a little bit of the faux snow and like a tiny little clipping of this like little wired garland that I got from the Dollar Tree, and see if it looks cute. If not, I might nix the snow, and if not, I might nix the entire thing all together, but we're gonna try. First things first, I'm just gonna remove the little top. I wanna see the space that we're working with. Okay, well that was easy. Okay. It would have been cool to fit like a whole bunch of other things in here, but the top piece of it is so small. I had slim pickings, okay? Now, the question is, will this cut with the regular scissors? Let's try.
Use a wire cutter.
Haha. Okay. If you have a wire cutter, use a wire cutter. If not, and you're lazy like me, use your scissors. Okay, so this is about the size that I want to put in there. I would also make mention too, these little like garland pieces from the dollar store, they come with like 12 of them. There's also like a little round that comes with like 25 feet. I picked up a bunch because I have some projects for them, but this is the first time I've actually opened the package. They definitely are synthetic, but they're not like awful. I've seen lesser quality. Moving on. Okay, I think what I want to do to kind of help this go in there a little is kind of just like curve it the tattest bit. Okay, maybe was that too big of a piece? I don't know. Let's try to curve that bottom a little more. Oh, my wire cutters were literally right there. Whatever. Makes sense. I'm just trying to stick those last few stubborn pieces in there, but okay. This is the little fake Flurry snow. You guys have probably seen this in like every store ever at this point because everywhere is carrying it for Christmas, but I got mine from Big Lots. Okay. I think to be smart, I just opened a tiny little corner of the bag. And what I want to do is, how can I do this? Okay, I have a funnel, by the way. So get one if you can. I think what I want to do is like, maybe hold that like that. I don't know if you guys can kind of see. Just hold that like that, and I think I'm going to sift through just a little and see how we're feeling. If I, okay, it's honestly not that bad, you guys. You can do without the funnel. Let's see, what do we think? Should we add more? Here's how much snow we have going on in there. Sorry for the glare if you guys can't see that great. Okay, I think that's as much snow, fake snow, as I want in there. To put this back on, all you really need to do, I don't know if you guys can see that from the civet, just pinch the sides small enough so it can get back in there and it'll snap right back into place. They're super easy to work with. Okay, and last step, I just picked up the little ornament hooks also from Hobby Lobby, but you can literally get these anywhere. And you could also use twine. You don't really have to use the hooks if you don't want to, but I like these sometimes. And that's it. Of course, on the if you're gonna keep them clear, you guys can, whatever you can fit on the inside of that tiny little hole I showed you guys, you can put in there and make other ornaments. But this was something that I thought would work, would fit, and would still be really cute, and I do really enjoy them. Last but definitely not least is number 6 ornament, or a number 6 ornament. So the same way that I got the bells at the Dollar Tree, the little pack of 5 wooden bells, I also got a pack of 5 of these little stockings. Now for this ornament, super simple, I decided to spray paint them black, leaving the top piece exposed. And literally all we're gonna do is add a hook. Super, super easy. And for literally $1, using some scrap spray paint, you have 5 different ornaments. I mean, how could you not? Here they all are, you guys. All 6 of them, and I must say, I honestly, I've never done ornaments before, which is really weird to think through. I'm like really trying to rattle my brain to see if I've ever tried to make my own ornaments, and I don't think that I have. So to be doing it for this brand new theme this year, instead of spending a ton of money on brand new ornaments, being able to do all of this on a budget was the best for me. I love when things work out like that. Now all that's left to do is time to decorate, so let's go put them on the tree. All right, you guys, so I lied. I thought I was only gonna make 6, but I'm actually making 8. These two were like last minute designs that came to me. I was in Walmart and I found a pack of stars, these little wooden stars here. I think they were like maybe a couple dollars. And I did decide I wanna add a little bit more of the like burlap and twine into the tree. So I'm gonna show you guys how I made these two really quick. The first one, these are the clear bulbs that we used in the other ornaments as well from that second pack. And all I did was spray paint them with some of this Martha Stewart glitter spray. This is the truth, but I would tell you, spray it in little spritz. Do not hold it for too long because we had some drippage going on here. And then using a glue gun, all I'm gonna do is very similar to this one. We're gonna glue it in like a really random pattern all the way around, but I like the way this looks. So I'm just gonna start, I think maybe at the top. I'm gonna do a little dab of glue. Enough to secure it in place, but not too much to where it's noticeable. And I'll hold that for a sec. Let that dry. And then from here, we're just gonna keep doing the patterns. Every so often, when there's like a lot of tension on the twine, I just go ahead and put a little bit more of like a dab of hot glue so it can stay in place, but you don't wanna put too much. You kind of want to hold it for a beat. That's kind of how it looks. And then from here, I kind of just start doing little designs like that. So see if you don't glue it, it'll start to kind of move on you. So, and then to hide the glue, I think I'm going to start doing it more so on the overlap spots. And then if you have, I kind of just did a big glob of glue there. If you have a lot, then you might want to run your random pattern back through that way. See how I can make that work. And let me glue this one again up there. Okay, I think I'm gonna just cut it and we'll end it right there. Keep it nice and simple. I'm gonna add a little bit more glue just to the tail end of that piece so it can all stay together. So there it is. And here's the two of them together. They might not look like much now, but they go really well with our theme and they look really cute in the tree. I've already tried it. Next one is going to be this little twine star that I made. I went ahead and took the pack of those wooden stars and I drilled the hole at the top. I've already added my little twine loop. So for this one, no cutting of any sorts. We're kind of just gonna let this thing unravel. So I'm just gonna get us some slack here to work with. And what I'm gonna do is, so wherever you have your little piece for the hook, we're gonna start to the right of that. And on the back side, I'm just gonna dab a little bit of glue. This is gonna be the start of our twine, wrapping the entire star with one piece. Okay, we're just gonna let this sit for a sec. And then the goal will be to get as close to the top as possible. I don't know if you guys can see that. And start wrapping in a little pattern all the way down. For this one, the glue at the points where you're holding it in place are the most important. Everywhere else kind of works with just wrapping and having it tightly wrapped around the star. The tension kind of helps keep it in place. All right, so we just finished one little point. I'm gonna go ahead and take, so this is the back side, that string, and we're gonna bring it to the next one. And instead, I'm gonna just put a little dab of glue on the front. And I'm gonna try and like hook the piece of twine over the point. You just wanna hold this in place for a sec till it's nice and sturdy. And then we're gonna continue wrapping the same way we did the other one. I have a little bit of spillage on the hot glue side, but it's okay, you literally can't even notice. And we're basically gonna repeat that same process 3 more times until we finished all points of the star. Once you get to the top where we have our little loop, you're just gonna kind of put that down, push that to the side. We're gonna still wrap it. We're just gonna wrap kind of around for now. Okay, and when you've wrapped around to the point where you get to the top of where we made the little hole, we're gonna take the loop, see the little tail end that we made at the bottom? We're gonna push that towards the back. And we're actually gonna wrap around the little tail pieces so they're completely hidden in the ornament. From here, I kind of just did a very random pattern. I try to cover as many spaces as possible, going to like point to point, and pretty much go around until it's completely covered and you don't see any of the wood left. And for this part, you really don't need to glue anything. Be cognizant of which part you're making the front. You want that to look the best. The back is not going to matter. So you see I'm kind of going randomly, but I'm still being very, very careful to have somewhat of a consistent pattern going on here. And once you have it all covered, I think that looks pretty good. You want to just go ahead and just pick a good spot. Okay, I'm gonna cut it. And we're just gonna take some of our hot glue and lie that down on the last tail piece. I like to use the tip of the scissors so I don't burn my fingerprints completely off. And there's your ornament.